Hello, I'm Jim Balisera with Successful Thinkers, and I've got with me today Robert Velarde and Dave Mulvey. I'm excited about both these guys because both of them are instrumental in building Twitter for successful thinkers and for themselves. And Dave is right now with over 80,000 followers. By the time this is actually even aired, he'll have well over 100,000 followers. And Robert, who is just a master at just about anything when it comes to social media and search engine optimization and all those wonderful things. I brought them together today because we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we're going to teach you and things that you want to know, things that you don't want to do wrong and you want to do right, and so on and so forth. And we'll try to consolidate this to a short interview, and then we'll put together the training that you'll be able to go through step by step at a separate time. And so I want to actually start with Dave because Dave has such a large following. I actually live in the greater Sacramento area, and so does Dave. And he is the #1 Twitter person in the entire Northern California area, period. Okay, there's nobody else that has the following that Dave has. And when I met Dave, actually, I'd known him for a while, but he had I think you had about 800 followers, is that right?
When I met you, I had about 800, yeah.
And I think you said that you grew your following organically to about 50,000 before you started using some of the Twitter tools that are out there on the internet and so forth.
Organically to 50,000. After that, I said, I'm getting tired of this. It's a lot of maintenance, let's say.
Right. And so we're going to talk about that. And then Robert, of course, he's really mastered so many different areas of social media and search engine optimization and blogging and just all kinds of things. So there's a lot of wisdom and knowledge and experience sitting here on both sides of me. And as far as I'm concerned, for myself, I'm so confused. But I've realized how important Twitter is, and Robert has proved to me so many different times the power of Twitter and some of the things that he's taught me to elevate some of my blogs and some of the other things that I've done. And I'm excited now. Of course, he laughs now because he listens to me when I tell him, "Oh, I just did this, and I can't believe I used Twitter to make that happen." So I get it, okay, guys? I get it. I understand how important Twitter is.
Yeah, it's important.
So probably to start, I think for you, why don't you, Dave, you've got the greatest following, period, in this part of Northern California. I mean, I don't think there's anybody even come close to you. So first of all, how do you use Twitter? Do you use it for social or business or both?
I use it definitely for both, for sure. It's when I first started, I was a blatant marketer, and I was told by Arlene Anderson, if you know her on Twitter as Aloha Arlene, she told me to knock it off. So when I went on Twitter, I certainly didn't know what the heck I was doing. That's for sure. I just went in there and thought it was a bulletin board to post my ads.
Right.
Hey, come on over to my website. I got something to sell you. And she put me straight. It's really a social gathering, kind of like walking into a party room. And you wouldn't walk into a party room saying, "Hey, I got something to sell you guys." I mean, they're kind of quite embarrassing. Well,
so what you're really saying then is there's a protocol.
Oh, yeah,
on how you use Twitter.
Definitely, there's a protocol to it.
And you then
there's manners. I mean, I learned the hard way.
Well, and this is important because now that I'm on Twitter and I'm doing a lot of stuff with Twitter, I see a lot of people doing exactly what you just said. They're just one-liners saying, come to my website or buy this or lose weight now or whatever they're trying to pitch.
And a lot of them will pitch it in what they call the DMs, which is an area which is kind of off limits for advertising, but yet we're being spammed, bombarded by it, right. and people are annoyed by it, and people actually unfollow people because of that sort of thing. It's not really the way to play the game. Sure.
And the reason I'm asking this question right now is because there's a lot of perceptions out there on Twitter on that you're just going to get this huge following, and all these people are going to follow you, and they're going to buy your goods, and you're going to make all this money.
Yeah, it doesn't work quite like that.
No, and so we want to. Basically want to get people straight, understand that, listen, we're not only going to teach you how to do it, but we're going to teach you why and what not to do and use proper protocols. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it's like an etiquette program.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, but...
Like Miss Manners.
Okay, so let me go over to you, Robert.
Sure.
You come from the search engine optimization position. You've spent many, many years doing that. You're actually educated by Google and everything. So, I mean, you know the old way of doing of organically growing your business on the search engines, and you also know how to use the different social medias, Facebooks and Twitters and whatever else is out there. from your perspective, because you're all business, okay? Now, Dave's all business, but he also has fun with it.
Yeah.
So you're all business. Talk about it from your perspective as a business person.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's awesome. It's a power tool. And for anybody that doesn't know what to do for their business right now, I would strongly suggest to take a look at, what the power tools are on the internet right now. Mainly what we're talking about right now is Twitter. But the thing, Jim, that is so empowering about it is that you're basically taking text messaging, just like text messaging, and then creating a blog out of it. But it's a microblog. And then once you take that microblog, you can utilize it any way you want for your business. So for a business owner, if you have a new product that's coming out, you could announce it on Twitter right away, within seconds. And it's so powerful that sometimes, or most of the times, when the news, which is being released by the AP Press, can't even get the news out through the AP Press, which is supposed to be the fastest way, the relay system, to get the news out, as opposed to Twitter. People on the streets could Twitter something of late-breaking news that's right there, and it's in seconds that it's out on Twitter. And this is the thing that in business, within seconds, you could come out with a product, and if you have a storefront, you could see your clients right at the door.
Well, I know that I went to the ad tech show when I was in San Francisco. This wasn't that awful long ago. And when I was there, it was interesting. They actually had the screen up and the video screen, not video screen, I'm sorry, the LCD screen, monitor. There we go. I was looking for the word monitor. And they had all the people that were tweeting that were right there at the ad tech show. So it was kind of interesting that people were tweeting about the ad tech show and where they were and what they found interesting at the ad tech show and everything. So it's an amazing tool if it's used properly. I think that we're going to probably try to address business people through this. So because I think for the most part, I think those are the people that really want to understand this and they want to utilize it to its most effectiveness. And so what I want to draw out of both of you guys is some of the quick do's and don'ts. Now, I know you're going to teach them later.
Sure.
Okay? Because I want them to understand the value that they're going to be getting from your teaching. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you go ahead and go first if you got something on your mind, and then maybe you guys can feed off each other, and maybe I'll throw some things in now and then because I'm the dumb one here.
Yeah, I can leave off where I left off or whatever. It is a social gathering place, and so your Twitter is like walking into a party. And that's how it is. And the thing is that you have to build up relationships with people. And you can't just blatantly just sell something to them. You have to build up this rapport with people. People have to know you. After a while, people will start knowing you when you're tweeting. Maybe make a month or two of tweeting. You'll get followers that are actually know you, your personality. You actually will develop personality by tweeting for a long period of time. And they're either going to like you or you don't. People follow, unfollow, and you'll start building up a friend list kind of a deal. And that these people, you could gain trust with them after a while. I mean, really can. And when you do build up trust, you may be able to sell a product to these people. And the thing is that without trust, there isn't sales. That's just how it works. I mean, people have to believe in what you're selling. I mean, you don't want to be like knocking on a front door and say, hey, this is I got like the Avon lady or something like that. It isn't that type of a deal. And the thing is what you do is you go on there, have fun first, and then you could always sell later. You don't blatantly tell people what you have. Now, you do have a chance to do that indirectly, and how you do that is on within your bio. You could always put on your bio a website that you have. So if you have a product or service on your website, it could be on your bio. What people usually do is you're on there and you may be following somebody, and somebody may decide whether to follow or not follow you, and they're going to take a look at your bio. And then they'll look at your bio and possibly click your link to your website and figure out who you are. I mean, I do that all the time. I'm talking to someone. I'll check out their bio. I'll check out their website. I'll see what the heck they're all about. It's part of the of knowing someone quickly, and if you set up everything correctly, you could give